was wrong!
Yeah, so the card list for the new Master Duel pack just came out, and yeah, Rulkalus is gonna be here, as well as Scream. Don't worry though, there's still some way you can win against Tearlaments. I still don't think that the deck is going to be a tier 0 in a best of 1 format. It's just a little bit stronger, like a not so little bit stronger. It's very, very stronger. So the best way you can play against Tearlaments is, first of all, run Shifter. If your deck can play even the slightest under Shifter, do put that card in. It's so important to stopping the Tearlaments turn. You can use Triple Tactics Talent to either steal the Reinhardt they have put in when you're going second, or if you're going first and they have used Hubness, you can either loop a card from their hand, draw 2, or steal whatever they put up. Recursion is the name of the game in this meta, so if your deck can go on the grind, I suggest you do put it on the grind, because you really cannot play those fast-paced, combo-heavy games anymore. Tearlaments is going to interrupt them. Also, if your deck can run even in the slightest the Ishizu Shufflers, do put them in. It's the biggest weakness of the deck, not being able to use the graveyard correctly. You can use the Shufflers to blank out names for Tearlaments, or just put back some bricks into their deck. DD Crow, again, as I said before, is basically the best hand trap in this format. You want to hit those names, you want to blank out those names as much as you can. Finally, everyone's favorite, Floodgates. They're going to be heavily reduced after the ban list, but you still can toy with them to some extent. And there's also some other niche tags you might want to consider. Now, what is the best turn 1 setup against Tearlaments? First of all, Abyss Dweller is a killer. Not being able to activate from the grave means the deck is completely dead and basically has to skip the turn. Necro Valley is really strong. If you're able to put on some flex spots in your deck for 3 Foolish Goods, 1 Salvation, 1 Crystal Beast, and 3 copies of Necro Valley, do so. It's very good. It takes up a lot of deck space, but it's going to work. Finally, if you don't have that many flex spots in your deck, you can just put 3 of Silent Graveyard. It's basically Necro Valley or Abyss Dweller for a turn. Now, for the already existing staples, where do I Ash? Of course, you want to run Ash in a meta where Maxi is legal, and you want to stop them from playing as much as humanly possible. So, what do I Ash? Usually, Pearl is a great target, the field spell is incredibly strong, searches any name the deck needs, and usually it might be a killer for them. If they don't put up Pearl because they don't have access, you can just Ash Rhinoheart. Rhinoheart usually foolishes another tier name, which they can use to make it Kalos, and then Millate. If you run Imperm, although I don't suggest it, the primary targets are usually Kid Kalos, because he doesn't have any quick effects to respond with, and again, Rhinoheart. Although the bounty is usually on Kid Kalos, because she also has an effect which can target herself and enable a Millate play. Now, what staples do you not play in this format? Again, Imperm is really not that solid. You can avoid it. Dark no more as much as a good board breaker this format. It doesn't really accomplish that much, because tier names usually do end up in the graveyard at some point of the game, which basically cancels out your Dark no more. It's not really that good. Same goes for Droplet for the exact same reason. And then Nibiru. You are literally doing them a favor by using Nibiru. They want to go in the graveyard, and if they have Rulkalus already on the field, the card is not only dead, you are basically extending their combo. Now though, for some tips if you want to play Tearlaments, Pearl is at 1, which means you cannot abuse it as much as you want to, because it's harder to find. Though you are playing a mill deck, which means you can also put Rainbow Bridge of Salvation and a Crystal Beast Emerald Tortoise in it. The Crystal Beast engine allows you to have an extra Aqua monster on your side of the board, which can make an easier Kid Kalos and an easier Kaleido Heart. If you haven't already crafted Terraforming, please do so. The card is bonkers and you need to see the field spell. For this reason, you might want to consider playing Metaverse. It's kind of a weird tech, I might be the only one suggesting this, I have no idea, but Metaverse can activate Pedarino from your deck, and by doing so you can also search Happiness, which is a semi-interruption on your opponent's turn.